All right, there we go. Yeah, we're moving right along. This is In Other News. I'm your host, Mike Ross. Thank you for hanging out with me today, and it is Taco Tuesday. So congratulations for making it to Taco Tuesday. It is as good, if not better, than making it to Friday. Yeah, am I right? As I have been saying for years and years and years, the Democrats will overreach. The Democrats are going to do what Democrats do, and they aren't reading the room. In any way, shape, fashion, or form, are they reading the room? The newest, latest, greatest idea that will show them the way to the promised land, get them back into power. Their latest and greatest idea, I hope you're ready for this, is to be as cool as the Republicans. Democrats throw money at problem countering GOP clout online. They think if they just lift up and elevate a bunch of liberal kids like Harry Sissy, that they're going to win this, that they are going to have very successful podcasts that are going to get the word out with the cool kids. I love this idea. Air America, NPR, any liberal, think of any liberal nonsense podcast, radio station or a radio company, any media company, any media brand, MSNBC, tanking. No one wants to hear it. And you think you're going to throw money at it. Again, this is why I was not panicking at all. I don't panic when people are like, oh, the House Republicans or Trump, and I don't panic. See, you'll hear from Hakeem Jeffries here shortly. They're looking forward and want to ignore the fact that they hid this man's dementia for years. They want to in private gatherings, strategists and donors are swapping ideas to help the party capture the digital mojo that helped President Trump win. Yes, there's a price tag. Of course there is. And they will launder this money. They'll squander this dough. There's no way you can have it. You took the most liberal socialist dude and Joe Rogan and made him conservative. Your nonsense made him conservative. Joe Rogan was a Bernie bro, backed Bernie Sanders. And I know a lot of other podcasters are backing Bernie Sanders, but the problem is, doesn't matter if it's Bernie Sanders or who it is on the DNC. Is it Secretary Mayor Pete? Whatever it is. Whoever it is. They suck. I saw Bernie Sanders on a very popular podcast. Guy that's pretty much down the middle of the road, but he gets it. He understands what's what. Bernie Sanders sucks. Bernie Sanders, you write a book. You write a book, you become a millionaire. I know, I'm a socialist and I'm a millionaire, but you just write a book. I had 2 best-selling books. Bull crap. He had 2 best-selling books. Not you and I reading it. Even if we're the most flaming of liberals, we weren't reading it. Where his money came from was advances. And then the book just collected the PACs in his campaign, bought the books, and it became a bestseller. But that didn't help in the money in Bernie's pocket. The money in Bernie's pocket came from the advancements. A ghostwriter wrote them, both of them. And that's the kickback you get when you get tapped on the shoulder by the DNC saying, we're going to let Hillary win this one. We're going to let Biden win this one. But don't worry, Bernie. We have our friends over here from XYZ Publishing, and they've got a big fat check for you. You're going to write a book and be a millionaire. That's how it works. If writing a book makes one wealthy, maybe I should write. But yeah, and then in today's day, who goes to Barnes and Noble anymore? I understand people do. I get it. I like going in there. I love the smell of the place. But no one, everybody's ebooks and podcast and that's it. That's it. I just got writing a book and selling several physical copies, 15,000, I think it is. 15,000, is it? 15,000 physical copies put you on the bestseller list. Who's buying 15,000 of a hardback book, you know? I have a book that's damn near written called Fun is Hard Work. Raising outdoor kids in the digital age. Gonna have to put that thing on whatever. And it's gonna on Kindle books or something, you know, on Amazon books. And did I say Kindle? Kindle's still a thing. On some sort of ebook and sell it for $4.99 a piece, $2.99 a piece. But anyway, these bozos, this is their latest, greatest idea. This is what they think is gonna bring them back to power. Is getting cool kids on the podcasts. No, even if you get on Joe Rogan, which by the way, Kamala was invited to Joe Rogan. Kamala didn't want to go to Austin, Texas. Okay, he said no, fine. You were invited. You were invited. Didn't go on. She would have fallen flat. Let's stay on some good news, shall we? This is some pretty cool news. Not if you're on the LGBTQIA spectrum, but Lia Thomas, better known by his parents as William. Lia Thomas is the guy who got to swim with the girls and became the #1 collegiate swimmer in the nation, excuse me. Today, either the U.S. Olympic Committee or the IOC, the International Olympic Committee, which I doubt it's probably U.S., said, no, dude, sorry. You're not going to be able to try out to be on the women's team. Sorry. Not going to happen. Why? Well, you have a drop skeg. You have a penis. That's why. And in case you didn't know what Lia Thomas looked like before becoming Lia Thomas, before becoming Lia Thomas when she was William Thomas. Here you go. It's one of my favorite things. William Thomas ranked 462 in the nation in men's swimming. Lia, not his twin sister, him, ranked #1 in women's swimming. How about that? So good news for everyone because one of the Olympic committees is getting it right. I say I hate the Olympics. I don't want to watch the Olympics. I don't want to watch amateur sports, blah, 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 blah. I watch it every single time it's on. I really do. I don't even know which Olympics are coming on. Every time I think of the Olympics, there was a line from the movie 40-Year-Old Virgin. If you haven't seen 40-Year-Old Virgin, it's hilarious. The little 40-year-old virgin gets a lady's phone number. And he said, okay, so what's the rules? When do I call her? And Seth Rogen's character goes, when's the next Olympics? It is one of the most underrated lines around. But there you go. And on a movie note, too, can I just say that I'm just so proud of Queen Bee. Queen Bee fell asleep last night watching one of the funniest movies of all time, Tropic Thunder. Her daughters were watching Tropic Thunder. My work here is done. Yes. The funny thing is, Rod, is it's no argument. No argument at all. Yeah. Oh, really? The Scientologist buying? That makes sense. That makes total sense. But Dianetics was his big book, right? Dianetics was a big book. Before then, he was a science fiction author. Yeah, he was. He wrote science fiction, which Dianetics is, which Scientology is. But who am I to say, right? Who am I to say? Crazier than my religion? Dudes get nailed to a cross and resurrect themselves? Believe what you want to believe. If it makes you a better person, it makes you a better person. Yes, it is a money-draining cult, 100%. But if it makes your little teapot whistle, then I think you're good. Yeah, I think you're good there too. Speaking of, I wish I do. I really, really wish this wasn't like this. I did not know that Canada had. Actually, I did know. I apologize. There's a big a family in the outdoor world, a huge family, huge name. This dude is the Chuck Norris of the outdoors. His wife did the assisted suicide. I hate calling it assisted. I die with dignity is probably the best way to say it. The die with dignity laws. I'm a fan of them. I think that when I choose to go and a doctor says you are going to spend the rest of your life in misery and you're going to be a drain on your family and their resources, Dude, let's get ripped up for an entire weekend. Let's do it up, and then give me some happy pills and send me on my way. Period. So I'm a fan of that here. But in Canada, did you think the Canadian government wouldn't screw it up? Oh, hell, they've screwed it up. Guess what they're going to include on the eligibility list for dying with dignity or assisted death. I just don't, I hate the S word. You're right. We do it for our pets, Rhonda. Exactly. Ozzy and Boone will live forever. So oh my gosh, the kid's dog at their mom's house got out. They found him on the 303. Literally found the dog on the 303. This was Sunday. He's deaf. That's why no one could call him. He's deaf. Sad thing. Anyway, so yes, we euthanize our pets. Human euthanization. I'll put it that way. Let's call it that, right? Canada is going to include coming in 2027 mental disorders like depression. I'm not kidding. Dude, you just don't. I got the receipts, dude. I don't show up with it. Look at this thing. MAID is their assisted death deal for mental illness. Is to take effect in March of 2027. Hopelessness and the desire to end one's life can be symptoms of some mental illnesses. Many Canadians struggle with mental health. There are a long waiting list for treatment, and it can be expensive. 1 in 10 people will wait more than 4 months for counseling. The waiting period for helping us kill you is only 3 months. Canadian government, a bunch of idiots, bunch of morons. And you're right, Derek. They have socialized medicine, so it's cheaper for them just to say, "Oh, how about you take this pill, Granny?" Yeah. I can't. But to put mental health issues on there, like you literally want to get rid. You are now. This is population control. This isn't dignified. This isn't. We just don't want Mike to suffer for the last years of his life. Good Lord, this guy is hard to kill. So let's ask him if he wants to just do this voluntarily. And I would say, hell yeah. Instead of living in pain my entire life, hell yes. 1,000,000% yes. I'm stunned by this. This is disgusting. And to say, by the way, hey, listen, so you getting help takes 4 months. we got a 3-month lead time. Hey. So if you don't want to wait 4 months to get actual therapy and help for your mental disorder, we can help in killing you. It's unbelievable. Oh, I don't know if you guys remember that. Rob and I, there was a veteran that we knew that was, basically just posting online. I don't trust myself with a firearm. I don't want to be alone. He said, I went to the VA and they said I didn't have an appointment to go home and make an appointment. Rob and I spent an entire show on that station over there getting attention to this kid. The head of the VA from Washington, D.C. called the radio station. So we're sending a car for him now. We need his address. We need his phone number. We're sending a car for him right now. Dude, this is nothing to sneeze at, man. Mental health is tough. And it's something we don't talk about. And these slappies in Canada are allowing mental health issues to be considered for human euthanasia? Is that what we decided to call it? Damn. That's population control. That's all that is. what is it? 1 in 4 kids now, if they identify with some sort of personality disorder, some sort of mental health issue. I think something like 80% of liberal women, and I'm not getting political. It just is what it is. Say they have some sort of mental issue, mental health issue. Yeah. And if you're in Canada, boy, we got a solution for you. It's disgusting. It's absolutely disgusting. All right, let's get to skedaddling here. Let's get to scooting. Did you see the former FBI Director Comey? Did you see his 8647 thing? He claims his wife just thought it was really nice art on the beach, and the Secret Service has gone to
in the middle of a political firestorm.
Yeah, for walking on the beach with my wife. So I don't know how we ended up here. It never occurred to me that it was any kind of controversial thing, but
killing say 86 saying get rid of a president, kill a president isn't not controversial. Wow, I didn't know. I didn't really even know what it means.
The time we live in.
So take me back to the walk on the beach.
We were walking on the beach. We went to the beach to prepare for this week, which was the launch of my book, and to think about the book and to prepare to answer questions about it. And we were walking back towards the road, and we saw in the sand someone had arranged shells with numbers. And Patrice, my wife, said, "Why would someone put an address in the sand?" And I said, "I don't know." And we stood over it, and I said, "I think it's some kind of like political message." And she said, 86, when I was a server, she did a lot of work in restaurants, meant to remove an item from the menu when you ran out of ingredients. And I said, well, to me, as a kid, it always meant to leave a place, to ditch a place. I said, that's really clever. So then she said, you should take a picture of that. And I did. And I posted it on my Instagram account and thought nothing more of it until I heard through her that people were saying it was some sort of a call for assassination, which is crazy.
Crazy. I took it down. I would never do that. Me and my organization had nothing to do with that kid in Pennsylvania. But what? Me? Come on. Come on, I'm your buddy, Jimmy. Jim Comey. Hey. Brenda said, hey, beach, please. Oh, my gosh. Let me do this. Hold on, guys. This is something. Hold on. I'll give it. Hold on. Finish up on James. The Secret Service had to visit the guy. Could you imagine, Secret Service, whoever you are, and they say, you're going to have to go visit former FBI Director James Comey's house. You had to interview him about this 8647 thing. I would crap my pants. Remember back in the day when it was like a sport to me watching these congressional hearings? This dude was on my all-star team. One of the best ever. I mean, he's an attorney's attorney. The guy he just got it. And then he goes, hey, I forget what his excuse was why he wasn't in Obama's pocket. He's like, I didn't go to the White House and play basketball with him. Oh, okay. Not guilty. Ding. Yeah, just my wife had. Why would somebody put an address? Gee, I see. You think, okay, here's the deal. The longer the story, the more BS there is. Seriously, think about it. When I was a sales trainer, when I was a sales manager, if I asked somebody how a sales call went, and the sales call was a close, like I got the deal, that's all it was. How'd it go? Got it. Here's the contract. If it didn't go well, hey, how'd it go? Well, see, I was running a little bit late this morning and I had this going on, like the long story, nothing happened. This is the same as that. The longer the story, the more BS it's involved. Period. This is pure deflection. Oh, my wife said when she was a server, what 86 represented was the item that we would have to remove from the menu due to lack of ingredients. Oh, this guy's worse than David Hogg. Holy cow.
Even if I think it's crazy, I don't want to be associated with violence of any kind.
It's the FBI.
And then what happened?
I got a call from the Secret Service that night asking if I would speak to them about it. Of course. I admire the Secret Service. They're pros. I spoke to them on the phone. Then they asked the next day when I got home, would I be willing to come in and meet them in person at the Washington field office, which, again, I did, and they were pros again.
Between posting the picture And getting a call from the Secret Service.
She is
Did you have
dumber than a
any sort
bag
of
of
gut
hammers.
check of like, well, they've audited me in an extraordinary
Those shells are smarter than her. I'm not kidding. The shells on the beach are smarter than this woman. She's the worst.
way? I was under investigation for years after he fired me. Like, you know,
Yeah.
did you have any
Yeah, but he still has money. It's not like he's Michael Flynn or anything. Good Lord, these people. They're absolute. Boy. Let me try this. You guys want to try something? Let's try a new feature. Let's try it. There you go. Comments take the stage. Live comments from viewers will appear on screen during your stream. Keep the conversation going and make your audience part of the experience. Okay. I see nothing. Do you guys see comments on the screen? I see nada. Somebody make a comment. Maybe only the new ones are going to pop up. Somebody say something. Like crickets in this place. Maybe I'll say something. Okay. Well, we'll see. Can't post comments to some destinations. Learn more. Okay. Well, I got it on there. Nothing's coming up. Thanks, Truman. Says come. Oh, there it is. Truman, there you are down there, buddy. Look at that. Ha ha ha. Oh, we look like the cool kids now. Oh, hell yeah. Well, what? Now you're going to see everybody's stuff. Problem is, I can't read it. I see nothing. I know nothing. Yeah. There you go. Okay. That's kind of cool. I think that's kind of a cool kid thing. That's what the cool kids have going on, right? Dang. Yes. Nothing will happen. Patel and Bongino are flipping. Something's wrong with them, Grizz. I don't know what the hell's going on, man. I really don't know what's going on. But they're getting a lot of praise. I'm not seeing it. Not getting praise from me until I see something. I mean, I get it. You know, oh, it's so hard. Here's what the one thing that I will give them is this. The one thing that I'll give Patel and Bongino, especially the big miss that they had with the Epstein, is that over 50% of all documents in the government are classified top secret or just have some sort of secrecy classification to them. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, if I have to go through anything and investigate and expose and bring sunlight to anything, I have to reverse clearance on every single page that I'm going through. That's a big deal. That's a big deal. And I'm going to give them the benefit of the doubt for now. I don't want to hear anything else about what Comey has to say. I really don't. They knew this was happening. They knew Joe Biden's mental capacity had declined, and they knew that he wasn't running the show. If you ask one of the small business administrators that just got busted by an undercover thing with O'Keefe, he said that Hillary essentially is there all the time. Obama's there all the time. They were all running the show. Those were the people running the show. I'm telling you, Susan Rice, Linda, help me out. I don't know. Anyway, they were all running the show. Remember when Chuck Schumer was asked about this? He said, we are looking forward. We are looking forward. We are united as a party, and we're looking forward. Meaning, don't even talk about what we did and the fraud that we did on the American people. Here's Hakeem Jeffries.
That President Biden is going to meet this moment with
did you see this fake cry BS? He's crying?
My expectation that President Biden is going to meet this moment with the courage and resilience that he's consistently shown. Seems to me entirely inappropriate that at this moment in time,
can't ask now,
when President Biden is dealing with a serious and aggressive form of cancer, there are Republicans who are peddling conspiracy theories and
conspiracy theory. Us asking questions on that's not a conspiracy theory, you ass. You gotta understand, this is rules for radicals crap. This is not, this is labeling and vilifying. I'm telling you, there's no one that has a conspiracy theory. Everything's auto pen. We just want to know who the hell was doing it. And did Joe know anything about it? And if so, show me that he knew everything about it. Show me where he said, yeah, go ahead and sign that with the auto pen. I'm at the beach. Fine. I'll take that. I'll accept that. Other than that, he was not running the nation. Period. Oh my gosh.
Want us to look backward at a time when they actually are taking health care away from the American people? No, as House Democrats, we're going to look forward. They literally are trying to take health care away from millions of Americans at this very moment.
Not Americans.
In the dead of night. And Republicans want to fan the flames of conspiracy theories at this moment? No, thank you.
We want to take the high road now. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Conspiracy theory. It's not a conspiracy theory. You literally hid this. Wait. God, they're like children. It's like, son, I found something in your bedroom drawer. I think it's a conspiracy theory. Probably heard that from Jillian. It's conspiracy theory. I don't want to look back, Dad. Dad, I'm looking forward. You know, I got school ending this week, and I got the summer ahead of me. Good job, good girlfriend. I'm looking ahead, Dad. Looking ahead. Don't worry about what you found in my. That's behind me now. That's behind me. All right, Lord. But again, you know, you look at the stupidity of them throwing money at these podcasts that no one's going to listen to. That's not going to help anything because every guest that goes on there is going to shoot themselves in the foot like they always do. They can't get out of their own way. And then you see people like Hakeem Jeffries just say, yeah. Just, it's conspiracy theory. That's all I can say. Extreme MAGA Republican conspiracy theory. Funky. You're going to be very mad at me at the end of the show. Just throwing it out there. Why is it always white, middle-aged liberal women that do this? Why? The show will end with that. It'll be pretty sad. Let's get back to Starbucks. Starbucks is, again, you guys can get after me about the Starbucks. That's totally okay with me. And all your comments come right here on the screen now. So you guys have at it. I am addicted to Starbucks cold brew. You know this. Starbucks said, y'all dress like idiots. It's time to dress like you're going to wear nice pants and you're going to wear a black shirt. That's it. We're not getting political. We're going to be a coffee house. Here's your uniform. Right? I want you to hear these members of, because, you know, there's one or two Starbucks that actually unionized. They're not a union nationwide. But listen, this is because they said, we want you to wear pants and we want you to wear a black shirt. You have a ton of options. We have a site dedicated. You can wear whatever kind of black shirt you want. Maybe it'll have a little rainbow on it. Whatever you want to do, fine with me. Black shirt, pants, green apron. That's what you will wear as your uniform. And when I was talking earlier about the longer the sales call story, the lesser the results, that was when I was working at Aramark. That was a uniform company. I know that people at Boeing, which was one of our accounts down there in Long Beach, Boeing couldn't, if the driver just didn't make it, the driver just didn't show up, people couldn't go to work. You could not go onto the floor without a full uniform on. Because you have to be able to, you're dealing with government fighter jets and all this stuff. You literally have to identify everybody immediately. Uniforms are important. Here we go.
We just demand that Starbucks follow the law. They don't.
A law? Yeah. Okay.
Don't have the right to overthrow the National Labor Relations Act. They're imperiling every civil right that we have.
They're imperiling every civil right that we have. This guy makes my head hurt. They're imperiling every civil right we have.
Not just as workers, as union workers, but that's the framework that all of our rights are under. So all of our rights are in danger, and the only thing we can rely on is each other and taking direct action.
For wearing a uniform? Really?
Yeah, we're
The entitled nonsense.
Perfect. Colin?
Colin?
Exactly what Jacob said.
Ditto.
Perfect.
It's up to us to stand up for our rights and for our workplace.
Love it. Thank you, guys. No contract.
No contract. No coffee. Don't take away my coffee. Please don't take away my coffee. Wear what you want. Give me my coffee. Because the weirder the hair, the more piercings, and the weirder the dress, the better the coffee. Let's be real. Yeah. Yeah. See, had to bring up Starbucks. Let's see here, Truman. Yeah, striking. Yeah, back sure. I do seriously get over yourself. Question the parenting of the entire generation, bro. I'm not even saying those softies. You know what I mean? The parents, not just those. Yes. Matching liberal uniforms. Go nuts. Go crazy. Super libs. And again, I'm addicted to the product. Sorry. A lot of people in this country don't like the cartels, but they're addicted to the product. You might not like what Budweiser does, but I sure as hell like a lot of Anheuser-Busch products. Not Bud, but you know what I'm saying. InBev. Yeah. Again, I don't align with your political beliefs, but I do align with your cold brew. 100%. Addiction. Let's see here. Let's get this. Just liberal uniforms. I got that one. All right. Let's go to Marco Rubio. Don't worry. I'm going to get again. I'm going to end the show with middle-aged white liberal women. So they have a message. Remember the guy that wanted Kilmar? His name is Kilmar. And dude, your name is Kilmar. Like you popped out. It was preordained. Kilmar Abrego Garcia. This is the MS-13 member that was in CCOT, not in CCOT, but he's an El Salvadoran citizen. He's not an American citizen, but he's called a Maryland man. You're up to speed. And all the bozos, including some from here in Arizona, went down to El Salvador on your taxpayer dime to see what was going on. Then they came back and took on our Secretary of State. Don't do that. Don't do that. Okay? Here's why.
El Salvador? Absolutely. Absolutely. We deported gang members, including the one you had a margarita with.
Including the one you had a margarita with.
And that guy is a human trafficker, and that guy is a gangbanger, and the evidence is going to be clear in the days to come. You're going to see who you went to defend.
I'm sorry,
Mr. Chairman, he's making too much sense. Mr. Chairman, he's speaking like a grown-up. Mr. Chairman, reclaiming my time.
Secretary Rubio has the floor.
Mr. Chairman, he can't make unsubstantiated comments like that.
Secretary Rubio has the floor.
Secretary Rubio should take that testimony to the federal court of the United States because he hasn't done it under oath.
Here's another point, okay? There is a division in our government between the federal branch and the judicial branch. Yep. No judge, and the judicial branch cannot tell me or the president how to conduct foreign policy.
You're damn right, brother. You're damn right, little Marco. How funny is it that they patched all that up? Dude, I'd still be salty. If I was Secretary Rubio, I'd still be salty. This little Marco BS. I really would. Dude, I would be pissed off. Little Marco. I'd be like, sir, can we talk about this? Mr. President, Secretary Rubio is here to see you. Oh, great. Wonderful. Let's go talk about the Middle East. No, sir, I want to talk about something from the debates. And in 2016, can we? Yeah. Free trip, free booze. Exactly. I'm loving all of these. My cabinet members are the badasses of badasses, even though Pam Bondi's disappointing me. Whatever. Secretary Noem's getting caught up. Secretary Hotness is getting caught up a little bit. And that's kind of frightening. Really, it is. All right. Let's see. Certainly loving Rubio's. Yeah. Dude, he does have a go F yourself kind of stance. It's fantastic. Truman, you're right. Do you guys like this thing? This having the comments up here? You guys like that? Yeah, let me know if you guys like that. Because usually I'll just pick one or two, and if you guys can see it all, I just rather just look over there and see what you guys are doing and not have to push buttons. Because I can push buttons like this, Oh, Daniel, yes, we know we were well aware that that Kilmar Abrego Garcia had nothing to do with you. Yes, not really. So I'll put that up there. If you guys like doing both of it, then let me know. So I kind of like it. I think it's kind of cool. I feel like a cool kid. Yeah, I feel like a cool kid. All right. Let's see what this is.
Explored our foreign aid loopholes.
Well, we have a lot of our international.
Can you pull your mic up? I'm sorry.
Can you hear me?
I can't hear you.
You have international NGOs and UN agencies actively lobby here in Washington, D.C. against vetting policies that would prevent it. I was the senior vetting officer at USAID, and what we did.
Did you say United Nations is doing this? The UN?
Sure, everybody who's getting money lobbies here.
That they're lobbying against us. I'm sorry, Mr. Roman.
There's actually someone who used to work for one of those lobbies, the largest NGO lobby, Interaction. One of our co-witnesses here worked for them from 2018 to 2023. USAID effectively self-funds its own external private lobby that then goes back to Congress and asks for more money for USAID.
So the taxpayers fund this lobbyist who's working against American interests.
Correct.
Possibly killing our allies and possibly Americans.
They bring together groups in Washington that overseas work with groups that kill Americans.
Yeah, I don't need a flow chart to show that. I appreciate it. Do you think USAID programs have been aligned with the national security interests of the U.S.?
No, they have not. They have actually helped China.
Mr. Roman?
No.
Okay. How do these programs compromise our national security, Mr. Premack?
They actually push China. They actually push much of the world towards China on the green energy agenda. They push people, ordinary people, billions of people towards China because of the resentment caused by our social re-engineering.
This is exactly why USAID needs to go bye-bye, and that's why it did. And that's why it was a money laundering organization with our own money to our own stuff. It doesn't cover my face. Unless I went like this. How about that? Huh? Now the show just got better. I think the show got wildly better. At least it's more aesthetically pleasing. All right, just because you said that, now I'm coming after you. USAID's got to go bye-bye. The funding of the lobbyists and the NGOs and basically going against the United States in our interest in our self-defense is absolutely, yeah. China. That's right. Okay. I warned you guys. I'm going to wrap it up and head over to Game and Fish Department right now. I should probably get cleaned up and then go for our meeting. Anyway. I warned you. The white, middle-aged, maybe a little slightly older than middle-aged, liberal women are at it again. And this, I just found funny. Here is your earworm for the day. You will not be able to unhear it.
Black women, they lead the way. White women, stop abandoning your sisters. Trust black women, they lead the way. Oh, we're mad as hell. Oh,
we're mad as hell. Mad as hell.
Oh, we're mad as hell. Can't you tell? We dissent, you fucking fascist.
Yes. Oh, wait. Why did it stop?
Trust black women, they lead the way.
Trust black women.
White women, stop abandoning your
sisters.
Trust black
women, they lead the way. They lead the way.
Oh, we're mad as hell.
We're mad as hell.
Oh, can't you tell?
Oh, can't you tell?
Oh, we're mad as hell. Can't you tell?
Hell yeah. Give it a Trump dance, guys.
We dissent, you fucking fascist.
Good Lord. That's fantastic. We're mad as hell. We're mad as hell. I love it. The backup singers in the back doing this, like the Four Tops. Well, this is more of the Brady Bunch. Yeah, that was terrible. The Brady Bunch, they made the Brady Bunch sing because the Partridge Family was like kicking ass, like in ratings. Like the Partridge Family was cool because they could all sing in there in a band. But yeah, so they made the Brady Bunch do that stuff, and it's just that was jumping the shark right there. Let's jump on the shark. Don't act like y'all didn't watch the Brady Bunch. I know y'all did. Oh yeah, it is a sickness. It really is a sickness. But don't go to Canada. Jeez Louise. If they go to Canada, they'll fit right in. But if they you guys are kind of not okay up here. Stop abandoning your sisters? What the hell are you doing? Abandoning your sisters. All right. If they said sis does, then I would have been like, you guys are toast. You guys are gone. All right, I got to get out of here and go do a meeting and board meeting and all that kind of stuff. I have to go adult. Queen Bee will be there, so I'll be all right, I guess. All right. I hope you guys had a fun little show. We will do it again on Hump Day, and if we're going to do this little comment thing on the side here, I think it's kind of cool. So I think we'll keep it up. So you're right, Rhonda. I think it's good that we can see, everybody can see from different platforms what everyone else is saying. Yeah. All right, you guys have a great day, and we'll do it again mañana right here in Another News.